championship trophy. Returner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keeping it on the ground here. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
A gain makes it second and medium. Gives it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Ball handed off. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
Stanford getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert the 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
This Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff in a single back formation. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your 1st level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The 8th play of this opening drive, it's 3rd and short. Try and muscle for the 1st down. Looks like Stanford will have the 1st down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back and coming up with that conversion. That's an important 1st down on that running play.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. He'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Stanford.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Can they keep the opening drive alive? In the 11th play, it's 3rd and long. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he's swarmed by the pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
2nd down after that previous play. Escapes the pocket. Gets into space at the 50. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. Syracuse lines up quickly.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense loved to play the RPO game. And here early, they pick up some big yards.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. This Syracuse offense is quickly moving down the field. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. A sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. And the wideout goes in motion. That's a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Second down play coming up for this offense. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. The back's got it. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. Syracuse lines up quickly. The defense with more pre-snap movement. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Orangemen.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receiver. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Stanford offense back out there in the field now. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. It's a sack. They've got him back at the 4-yard line.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
Second down now after the sack. From deep in their own territory, looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's a great job by this defense of getting pressure with only 3 pass rushers. They leaves 8 back in coverage. It makes it very difficult to find an open man. But, boy, you'll play that defense all day if you can get that kind of pressure with just 3 guys.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Takes the handoff, running off left tackle. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Syracuse will have the first down.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
And that run is good for first down yardage, a new set of downs for this offense. Defense is coming after him. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Play-action fake, looking to throw. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
After consecutive losses, we need a miracle here on third and a mile. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Stanford offense is back out on the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. They bring the heat and the blitz works. They've got him.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Pressure is coming. And the protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
The returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Syracuse lines up quickly. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. They'll run it here. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Can he get there on the ground? That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense offense being aggressive. They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. The offense going with the hurry up.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And there's the handoff. Just trucks through the defender. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. He's going to hand this off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Here's the handoff. Looks like Stanford will have the 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Stanford getting set for the 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Sticking with the running game. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Ball carrier running through tackles. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points, and they bounce back here. Running out of time in the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
What a swat there by the defender. And if you think about it, if he swatted that ball and it fluttered into the air, he would have had himself a deflection and a pick.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using his legs here. And they get him down, but that's a solid game there to move the sticks using his feet.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st, keep this drive moving.
He'll take a deep shot here. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the ball is knocked loose. It's in the end zone. Who'll get it? Looks like the defense has it. Touchdown, Syracuse. On the scoop and score. And now the try here for the extra point. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And it's a squib kick taken by one of the up men. Tackle is made at the 35. Good job by the kick returner that time. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Going for a big play downfield. And it falls incomplete. One final shot as the quarter expires. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Important possession here to begin the third quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And it's good for a first down to the 36. Syracuse lines up quickly.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Here's the second down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
You know, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
He's going to try to return the punt. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. They'll run it to the right side. Runs through the defender. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. First down here for this offense. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. There's the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Important second down play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. Syracuse lines up quickly. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. And they pick up the first on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The offense couldn't convert on fourth down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Quarterback's got it on the option. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down at the 45 and a solid gain to keep this drive going. One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. And the running back takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Stanford. Just ran away from the defense.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Picks up the first, looking for more. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Into the clear. It's a sprint. Tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. And now the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. Syracuse lines up quickly. Handoff to the single back. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Well within field goal range now, but they're hoping for more as they line up here on third down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Syracuse lines up now, first and goal. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Little. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. As a design quarterback keeper. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up
So what's the play call? It's fourth and goal from the 3. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Touchdown, Orangeman. That puts him on top in the second half.
Well, we've watched this guy all year, and we know that he is a threat when they get down inside that 5-yard line. It's fourth down and goal. The defense just did not anticipate that this guy's legs could hurt him, and they did for a touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Syracuse. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. 14. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Trying to create here on the move. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Finally out of bounds, though. That's a massive gain to wrap up this third quarter.
The end of the third quarter. With the score, Syracuse 28, Stanford 14.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And they'll use the ground game here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the offense faces third and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Good enough for first down yardage. This Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Will he score here? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal. This will be fun. Strange things happen when the conference championship trophy is on the line. One possession game, fourth quarter. Who's going to step up?
So here's the deal. Your defense just gave up a touchdown. Now all of a sudden we got a game. What will your offense do to be able to secure a victory? You want to win a championship? Go out and earn it.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Syracuse offense has back out onto the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Running back has it on a screen now. Breaking free at the 35. And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play.
And I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Tackle made after the completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
The pocket breaking down. They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
And the returner is brought down. And the Stanford offense back out there on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic that moved it right down for a touchdown. And they keep it going. Great move in the open field. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain getting closer to midfield. Stanford comes to the line quickly here. And they'll go right back to him on first down.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Handoff to the back. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Handoff heading left. Breaks loose at the 40. And moves the ball to the 35. Another first down. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
You know, this back has taken advantage of his opportunities tonight in his football game. And here's another example on third down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the first down. And he's able to do that here in the fourth quarter.
Handoff to the right side. Looks like Stanford will have the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Handoff taken following the right tackle. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This is the 6th play on the drive. They'll run it to the left. Powering through. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking to scramble now.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And now the running back's got it again. Touchdown, Stanford. This offense is still clicking. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance from this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
And the important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the 4th. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver makes the catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
You know, they don't pick up the 1st down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 3rd and short, we try to pick it up on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. He picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning as we head into the dramatic finish of this game. So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down. 4th down conversion gives him a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. Got to get to the line quickly. 1st down. We're going to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the sideline. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Orangemen. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Give credit to this offense. They work some clock. They eventually get the ball in the end zone. Now they've got the lead. You kick the extra point, and you hope your defense can hold on so you can win this game.
PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Brought down at the 28th, and it's good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
A handoff to the back. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the handoff, running behind the big right tackle. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The clock is still running. They'll have to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep the play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the 1st down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They need to convert. He'll drop back. Lets it fly out of the wideout. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
So the Syracuse offense is back out onto the field. They have the lead. Still a 1-possession game thanks to the defense. They love to work the clock, but they can't throttle back here. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Syracuse will likely just try to run out the clock. Press coverage now from these DBs. Using his legs on the scramble. Got a lane. Can he get in? And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Chris, what a play by this quarterback. 1 second, he's surveying the entire field, trying to find that open receiver. The next second, he just pulls it down, tucks the football away, picks up yards, and gets a touchdown himself. What a run.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Tries to get loose in the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be looking for a deep completion. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be. Now, it's always a special year and a moment these players will never forget. They can call themselves champions of the ACC. With everything they put into it, now the spotlight will get even brighter. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out how they'll fare against the other best teams in the country. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.